Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for another toy review. I am the 80s Transformer fan, and this is MP11NR DISTRON new JETRON Warrior Ramjet. I grabbed it at BotCon from the Big Bad Toy Store table and paid $190 tax included. So we're just going to say $200 for this guy. I have yet to open it. I've had it for a couple weeks now. The box is very light, and I want to say immediately, I haven't even opened it, but I'm gonna tell you it's not worth $190. I grabbed this toy because, like a lot of the TAKARA versions, we're not sure if they're ever gonna make it to the United States or when, or how would the quality be when they make it here. So I grabbed this guy. I would not have grabbed this guy if I already had a version like the last Thundercracker they did, where he had the more anime accurate colors. I already had the Toys R Us version of that from a few years ago. I paid, I think, $59.99 for that. So I was not going to pay $150 for what is a better color scheme, a better paint job. But I was happy at the price I paid for that. I didn't jump in and get that Thundercracker, and I would not have jumped in and gotten this guy if we had a Toys R Us version first, because of these prices. My box also, I'm noticing the words are like double printed on the box. If you can see that, it's like an error in the box. It's also on the front. The little silver writing is double printed, or should I say misprinted. And on this side, same thing carries over this side. It's like double printed. And I do not believe that's intentional, especially with the more than meets the eye part. All right, we're gonna take a look at the back of his box. And as usual, they have the images of the figure within. And they, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the figure, the lines drawn to specific points of the toy. They show you the giant bombs. I always thought they were like nuclear devices. Stored on his back. Show a good shot of the cone head, his missiles, which always should have more painted detail in there, I think. Jet mode, all the features. You get it. You get this, man, so far. And again, the box is very, very light. And we are going to jump right into Ramjet. He is unopened. I'm going to slice him now. Pull him on from the top. And this box, this giant box is so empty. And I'm pretty sure he's packed in jet. Oh, I thought he was packed in jet mode. But he is actually packed in robot mode. What a shocker. What a shocker. There he is. And the only thing this guy has, he has these bombs, a pilot, and his instruction manual. And this figure is $190. And the reason I bought this figure is because I'm trying to complete my masterpiece guys. And I haven't opened it, but I can tell you this guy is not worth $190. There's nothing in here. There's no features. And I believe it's some type of an exclusive limited run, I'm guessing, and I'm just trying to get this guy. I had the money. Let's believe if money was tight, I would not have got this guy. And there's times when money is tight. But anyway, I'm going to get this guy open and give him a fair review, even though I've already decided that it's grossly overpriced. That's that. I already had one Thundercracker in hand, and I passed on that last jet. That Thundercracker. This guy out of the box. Feels a little bit heavier. I'll be sure once I get the other guys out. His bombs, like the G1 toy, was never really sure what these were. He fired them like guns, like a ray would emit from them. There's no hole to come out of, but there's that. And he has the little holographic pilot dude, which is taped in it. Okay, I got the little guy out. Little smoky guy, sort of like probably the same plastic as his canopy, which is cool because he's supposed to be like a little holographic dude. In case another jet pulls alongside him, think someone's actually piloting the guy. And this is his only true accessory. These are not technically not accessories because they're part of the figure. But his only true accessory is this little guy at 190 bucks. Also, real quick, here is his instruction booklet. Since there's not much to this guy accessory wise, normally I don't open these, but I'm gonna take a look in here. His card, his file card with the tech spec on the back. He has a couple high numbers and then a few average numbers for his tech spec. And here's the card. Take a look at his instruction booklet because I stated not much else to look at other than his figure. Some artwork that we've seen from the other Jets, obviously. Thumbing through pretty much black and white instructions. Not seeing anything to get excited about at all. And a lot of these books used to have like the other incarnations of the figure, like other versions of Ramjet over the years, or whatever figure it was. Obviously, Ramjet doesn't have them, but this book, it has nothing. For $190, there is not much here. I'm telling you this now, not much here. Okay, onto the figure, and this is how he came packaged. He came with this wide leg stance, which from the figures I've seen, is probably the best looking leg stance, because when you put them together, all these, the big bulky thighs kind of just he looks like a brick. I take it, these aren't pushed up out of the way, so I can get both his feet on the ground. There he is with both his feet on the ground. So I got this guy completely in frame. Scoot him back a little bit. I like how he came with both bombs and his, I want to call them null rays, but only Starscream had the null rays. But the standard jet weaponry. And I like how his hands are the only black parts. It doesn't go up to forearm. Just the hands are black. Looks like he has some new tooling in the crotch. Also looks to be new tooling right here in the midsection. Obviously his head is new tooling. And since he's in this mode, I'm gonna spin around, let you get a look at him. Again, this is out of the packaging look. Man, these jets on the back look huge. Huge. Look like this guy can get up to some high speeds. Tiny little Decepticon symbols. Well, tiny compared to the size of the guy. And this is pretty much how he comes out of the packaging. Okay, while I have Ramjet, while he's in this mode, I'm going to go over articulation and bring him a little bit closer. And we are going to take a look at that head of his. I love the fact that we got a new face with these guys. And I'm sure the other two Jets, Thrust and Dirge, will have the exact same face. But for now, we have a unique face on a Seeker Jet. His head, he can look left and right, but his head is hindered by the cockpit. I don't know if you can see it. It won't come all the way around for a 360, but it has a pretty good range of motion as is. He can look down ever so slightly, unless you lift this all the way up transformation style, then it looks kind of goofy. But a little bit looking down, his chest is holding in place on the arm rotation. You can hit a strong ratcheting. Have the bicep swivel. Pretty good range of motion there. Because of the transformation, he has a double joint at the elbow. Get his arm pretty good. And his wrist articulation, I believe it's on a ball joint and it with 360. Not sure if that's a ball joint in there, but in 360s he has a ball jointed thumb. He has the one individually articulated finger. It is on a ball joint. Get a good range of motion there. It bends at 2 points, and then he has the other 3 fingers stuck together mitten style, and they have one bend. And my fingers are assembled correctly. A lot of these Seeker Jets fingers are on backwards. Check the other hand real quick. Yep, assembled correctly. And you can bring his hand in at the wrist due to his transformation. And I'm sure, as with most Seekers, I'm not going to get anything out of the waist, and he has more kibble than most, so there's nothing at the waist. Pretty much nothing at the waist. See if his panels come up. I'm not getting anything there, so we're going to try to leg up forward. It comes up at the thigh. He has a knee bend. It swivels at the thigh. Again, not getting a whole lot of posability out of it, even though the articulation is there. And just because it has articulation, if you can't get him doing anything with it, then it's pretty much useless. But that's about as high as you can get it. His leg come back. Gotta go around this piece right here when you get his leg to come back this far. I guess he's gonna kick somebody in there. And again, comes that far, and he doesn't have a real foot, but this thing rotates because of the transformation. And this little heel spur here, you can lift it up and back, and that's pretty much it. The Jets, to me, are the least articulated figures in this masterpiece line due to the design. They're pretty much the most stiff figures. And I have, believe it or not, if you see some of my other toy reviews, you probably can believe it, I have a stretch mark right here. And I haven't done anything to the damn thing. And that pretty much sucks. I know this panel lets open and allows this to flip over to show the Decepticon sign. And I have a stretch mark right there. It's a pretty good stretch mark, and it's like a slight cracking above it here. You can see it. I don't know if I'm getting good light on it. Yeah, that sucks out of the box. Right out of the box. I don't think I dropped the damn thing. So that is thrust articulation. And taking a look at the back of the figure, there's a little bit of kibble going on, not a whole lot. It's to be expected. It's thrust. And now I'm going to grab up his G1 self. Okay, here is G1 Ramjet. And I never can tell the aging on my figure, especially the white, until I get a brand new bright white figure. And this guy is showing his age. Let me slide him back a little bit. This is how they scale, and this is how they compare the cone heads. I am Beldar. I am from JETRON. But this guy, he doesn't have the skinny missiles. Even though I have the standard missiles from this guy, I use thrust and skywarp combined. I don't have them right now, but these are supposed to be these. These actually go on here a certain way. I don't know if they just slide over. Looks like they just slide over. Well, it did look simple for a minute. If I got this right. Okay, let me drop that part. So yeah, it just pretty much slides over. It goes a certain way. It actually has some paint detailing, which is cool that this one doesn't have. Actually should have a lot more paint detailing, being it's a masterpiece figure. Nothing comes with this guy, so he should have really been tricked out as far as paint, line work, and things like that, because there's nothing else here for that price. And guess we just paying for it being an exclusive. So you can display him either way, cartoon style, G1 toy style, with his bombs. With the bigger bombs, it's really vintage, but it's also kind of goofy. That's why a lot of times in the cartoon he was drawn with the standard null rays, but they're kind of signature to him. So it all depends on you. If you have this figure or getting this figure, you can display it either way. And actually, now that I put them on, they actually look kind of cool. Makes them look a little bit more intimidating, and also a lot different than the other Secret Jets. So I just might display them like this. Okay, other than the bombs or whatever these damn things are, nukes. I guess a nuke is a bomb. Let's take a look at some other things that are similar. He has the smoky cockpit. Hope his wings don't fall off like this. He has the smoky cockpit, translucent. He has obviously the little long vents on his leg. but that's more cartoon accurate. Those the wings that come out and curve. These are more red than burgundy, and these like a straight burgundy. Oh, and this guy's wearing, my stickers were real bad, and I replaced them with like a reissue Starscream sticker sheet. Like I bought like a reissue Starscream, and it had 2 sticker sheets stuck together, and he got all new stickers. Well, not all new stickers. His factory stickers are still old. But coming around to the back of the toy, and these, like I said, these things are huge. I mean, they look sweet. I can't wait to get them in jet mode. This part is not detachable. On the G1, it is detachable. But that's pretty much all we're going to get far as similarities. And I'm going to get this guy out of here. Okay, I think I got it all tabbed in correctly. And here is a look at Ramjet in a much anticipated and a very refreshing, I guess not, I don't have it all tabbed in, very refreshing jet mode. I've just seen the other Secret Jets so many times. Again, it's just a retool, but it's still refreshing to see. And for the $190, $200, right, the paint job on the wing is very basic, and actually could have used another coat of white because it's not on there that well. The camera's picking it up pretty good. Got that teeny tiny Decepticon logo. I'm sure Repro Labels will come out with a logo that fits over, makes it a little bit bigger. But the molded detail is good. The panel work here, the little lines in here, that's good. On the new parts, I like how they made this streamlined into the standard body and added a little paint to have it carry on. That looks good. You can obviously see where the cone is, the cone head, and the little symbol here. I guess because it's on so many little panels, looks a little bit faded. You can see that. That could have been a little bit better. They could have put silver underneath it to get it up off of the white. The nose cone, check it out. Know the standard radar dishes in here, and it is painted. I would love to be able to put this guy on a stand and break out his pilot, but you can't do that. He has the one seat in there, it's painted. It looks a little bit different than the other seats. And I know this is different because of the cone head transformation right here. Take his little smoky pilot, which just kind of free-for-alls in there. Close that. And I do like that. I like that because, you know, you look over and like, is that someone in there? And you just assume, you know, if it was real, you know, that it's a real guy in there. I do like the little smoky guy. I'm glad it's not Dr. Arkville sitting there. He actually looks cool right there, right? And I know you can attach the bombs. I don't know if they still just go, I think they go, or maybe you can't attach the bombs in this mode. Or double attach. Let me check it out. Okay, I got the large bombs on there. And this thing, it looks great. A little trouble with this panel in there, getting a little bit closer. The one is just bugging the hell out of me, but other than that, it looks great. And in the G1, I always thought these colors were kind of weird, especially in jet mode when it didn't continue over and you knew that the wings were just attached to the normal body. But it looks great. It could have used a lot more paint apps, maybe some line work in here for what the figure costs. If it didn't cost that much, I wouldn't mind. But it could have used a lot more paint apps for what I'm paying to make me think I'm getting. But it looks good. Oh, and I thought you could display all 4 missiles or bombs at one time, but I don't think so. I even took a peek at the instructions. If someone knows, please, in the comments below, let me know if you can display all 4 at the same time, because he has 2 peg holes there. I think that's for robot mode. I didn't get to that, but I'm going to flip them back and go in a little bit more detail. And this is the underneath of the guy. Only real kibble is his knees, and I guess his feet. You got 2 separate spaces here that you got to kind of live with and deal with. But I think it's refreshing and looks great, especially after looking at the other jets for so many years. There's the back of the jet engines, and it looked like this guy can get up to some very, very high speeds. I know Starscream is supposed to be the fastest, but like I love the paint detail here. It probably could have used a few more, especially on this little ring here. That would have been nice, and then some more right here. Yeah, for this price. And I tell you, I love this thing because I looked at the same jets. I'm not even sure if it's even that good, but after looking at the same jets for so damn long, I'm in love with this thing. But for a 190, if I had someone to tell me for sure Toys R Us was going to get this thing, I wouldn't have bought it. 190 is a lot. I could have got something else at BotCon. Could have got a couple more damn things probably. But it's solid. It's together. Other than this one panel I had a problem with, it's together real good. It doesn't have that the mold degradation when they keep using the same mold over. I have no problems with anything on it other than that one panel. It seems to be on there now. The chest popped up for a hot minute, but that was me. But so far, so good. Well done. And I like how the back engines are gray and not all just black, and it breaks this up. If it had been black over here, then on here. But the paint apps that are here are good. I don't see any slop. I had that one little stress mark, and I have one little nick in there. Nothing major. I could hit that with any damn white in the drawer, even though it looks sort of pearlized there. But I can hit that. Oh, and I'm in this mode. Get his landing gear out. Okay, and that just came right off. I've had these come off before. I know they pop right on. Right on there. Here's his landing gear. It's painted pretty well. Has the black tire. And down here, I believe, is more landing gear. All right, push this panel in. Comes out here. Push this panel in. I guess even oops, making a connector for that gap right here. And there is his landing gear. Let's get him down. Rolls pretty good. Rolls better than Hot Rodimus, I tell you that. Oh, landing gear coming up right there. We back it up, landing gear comes up. I guess he wasn't meant to back up. And rolls pretty good. Okay, real quick, here he is next to his G1 self. You see where he takes his inspiration other than the cartoon. They didn't even try to give him any of the G1 stickers. These are his G1 stickers. But I guess he didn't have them in the cartoon. And it's not bad without the stickers and the extra paintwork. It's just the price. And when it comes to the price, they should have like hit it with everything they could, I think. Actually, I like this figure. I just don't like what I had to cough up to get it. And I did it knowing what I was getting. But as far as anybody out there on the fence, that 200 bucks is hefty. I collect Hot Toys, and I could have went towards another Hot Toys Iron Man or something. When you're talking masterpiece, whenever someone says masterpiece, I think Hot Toys and Sideshow. And for 200 bucks, this isn't where those guys at. I know they start like at what, 120 or something like that, but this is right there. And I could have added a heavy hitter, except for my love for Transformers. Transformers first, Hot Toys probably third on my collecting scale of things I like to collect. But here he is in jet mode. And I'm going to grab some of the other Seekers and lay them all out. Alright, here's a quick look at all my Seekers in jet mode. It's a good thing I don't have any more than this, because this is all I can fit in the frame. Actually, I have more, but my other Starscream is the TAKARA one. This is Hasbro. We got Hasbro, TAKARA. One thing I just found out, and I never paid attention to, not that it really matters, but all the TAKARA Seekers are boxed in robot mode, and the Hasbro Seekers are boxed in jet mode. And another thing while I was getting these guys out, in comparison to this one, I did not miss these tabs right here popping off during the transformation, because he doesn't have them at all. What a pain it can be when I was getting these guys out and getting them in jet mode with these tabs popping off. And he doesn't have to worry about that. Nor do I think Ramjet and Thrust, which I hopefully will be getting soon. But I know before we get Ramjet and Thrust, Thrust and Dirge, sorry, we're going to get the G2 Ramjet most likely. One more thing real quick. Because there's a new design of the transformation, you get like a better looking cockpit and a better looking chair with the guy, but he's kind of real loose in there. When you close it, you get that rattle. And over here with the old design and Starscream, you get all this back here exposed. It's connected to the back portion is connected to the top of the canopy, which it looks better on Ramjet. Oh, this guy just fell out. But because of this design, the pilot sits more snugly in there. And I don't know the better looking trade-off for the loose guy. This guy, he's in there. You can barely hear him rattle. But this dude, better looking cockpit on the new design. Should have put a peg on him or something. Man. Not that it really matters, just reviewing everything that I can. Okay, before I transform this guy back into robot mode and compare him with the other guys, I can tell you, I don't know if it's the new toy feeling, but the little detailing on the bombs, the way he feels in hand, this might be my favorite Secret Jet toy. Not character, but this might be my favorite Secret toy. I always wish they would do an Acid Storm in Japan. I could not stand the United States or the only Acid Storm guy. I didn't buy it. I saw a video how to strip off the camo, and I was thinking about it, but I don't have the United States Acid Storm. But this guy is it's probably my favorite Secret Jet toy. And again, I don't know if it's the new toy feel, but damn, I like this thing. I really do. You know, like, I hate admitting that, like how much I like it. Again, this is right out of the box. I might feel different in a week, maybe tomorrow, but I really like this guy. All right, let me get him back in robot mode and wrap it up. Okay, a couple more things on this guy while I got him back in robot mode before I get the other guys back out here. We'll take a look at the bombs that are present in all these guys' chests. Here's our painted silver. And I wish the paint apps went a little bit deeper, because it's obviously just a look, they just hit the front of them. But I wish they went a little bit deeper so you can see a little bit more into the chest. But I guess we're lucky we got them painted at all. Little turbines in there are silver. The bombs on his arms, when you have the large pieces over the null rays, don't fit flush as the null rays because of the little plastic here. And also, you can take these things off if you want to display them just with the null rays. And again, it fits more snugly to his arm without it. Reassemble this thing. And they have, I guess this is weapon storage in robot mode. Me personally, you know, I always like when they do extra stuff. I don't turn down extra, but I don't have a problem throwing these things to the side. It's cool they go back there. I don't know if I will display it this way if I choose to display him in robot mode. But yeah, they sit back there just like that, which, like I said, it's cool. It gives them a lot more kibble. A lot of people talked about the fact that this didn't flip around like the other jets, but sitting down there, it's not so bad. You can't see it that much from the side because he has these panels right here to flip back. Between his legs, you can see a little bit of his wing hanging down, but that really doesn't bother me that much. So get these on here. And overall, I think he's really a solid figure. The little white plastic in his legs feels a little cheap. Could be just me, but like when you feels real hollow. And while I'm talking about quality and looks, if you put his legs straight together like that, you know, just in a straight stance, it doesn't look that good. So you're probably gonna, the best look for him is the legs cocked open look, and because of the way they ratchet, they're gonna pretty much be stuck this far out. In any pose you might get them on your show. It's either the straight up soldier or the cocked out to the side look. Alright, let me get his buddies out here. Okay, I got Ramjet here with his arms folded, or folded as much as he can, with the little guns going everywhere. I think he might be my favorite Seeker toy, not character. I think maybe Starscream dressed up with his cape and crown might have this guy tied for best Seeker. I like the way he looks in robot mode and jet mode. Probably more in jet mode. I like how you can switch the bombs, or they gave the option to go G1 toy or cartoon accurate. I really like that. I like choices. But I can tell you, as much as I like this figure, for $200, man, I had it and I spent. If you got it, get it, no problem. You know what I mean? If you have the money, it's your money. But I don't think, I mean, he doesn't even have a stand. I don't see where the $200 is. Even though I like this toy, I don't look at it and see, you know, I just know in my mind it went to some corporate guy, you know, but I don't actually see. I just noticed these things move a bit. I did not notice that. Maybe I might have missed something. But anyway, this is in someone in Japan's pocket, because I don't think it's worth $190. I like it. And I'm happy I have it with my Seeker guys, because I'm a collector and I'm collecting. But I'm not blown away by it like $190, $200 should do you. You should be like totally amazed and just want to show somebody. You know, I like it, but I don't feel like running out and showing somebody. Then again, I guess the toy review is showing you. But way overpriced. And again, I had the money. I was at the con. You know, you kind of go to those cons to splurge. But I don't see where my $200 went. Like the figure, you can afford it, won't set you back. Grab it, you will not be disappointed. Ramjet is pretty cool. He is pretty cool. And I'm going to quit talking, wrap up this toy review. I got some pictures coming at you. This is George, the 80s Transformer fan, saying I'll see you soon. Okay, here is a shot of the entire Decepticon army. All the guys I own. I think these are all the guys, except for like Toys R Us, where TAKARA versions would be, or whatever. Anyway, there's a Sunstorm back there. Okay, I don't have Acid Storm. I chose not to get Acid Storm. I don't have Acid. This is all the Decepticon releases that I'm aware of for the Masterpiece line. In the back we have Megatron. The whole world is hoping we get a new Megatron that scales with these guys. When this figure first came out, the transformation was still a nightmare. The transformation was a nightmare, but I love the scale. I wish they had stayed with this scale and all these guys would be bigger and more detailed. But as time is going on, this guy has outlived his usefulness. I'm just waiting for them to make a new Megatron so I can kill this guy off. Then we got Starscream. Ratbat. My Ratbat is a KO. I didn't want to buy oh, that's the guy that's missing. Sound Blaster. I didn't want to buy Sound Blaster just to get Ratbat. Got the KO offline, very cheap. There is TAKARA Soundwave, but the Laserbeak is Hasbro. So are all the other cassettes. And there is Ramjet, just loving his new position with the new Decepticons. Shockwave, TAKARA of course, Skywarp, TAKARA Hasbro Thundercracker, and like as I stated, all the cassettes. Rumble in the back there, that's Frenzy. The blue one in the front is Frenzy. I don't care who don't like it. Ravage and Buzzsaw up there. So these are pretty much all the Decepticons except for Sound Blaster that have been released. Masterpiece Decepticons except for Sound Blaster that have been released thus far. And I hope you've enjoyed this toy review. This is a little bonus part at the end. Thanks for watching. See you soon.